So for those who don't know, I grew a sourdough starter from beginning to end, and then I left it in the fridge for too long and it molded. So it died. So I want to restart growing my sourdough starter, and I want to do it all in one video for you guys. So if you want to start growing your sourdough starter at home, you know exactly what to do. So this is going to be day one of growing our sourdough starter, and let me tell you what you're going to need. Water and flour, and like that's literally it. Purified water and flour. That's all you're gonna need. So let's get started. Not just any flour is going to work for this. It has to be unbleached, unprocessed flour, for the fact that the bleached flour will not grow because all of the good enzymes, the yeasty stuff that grows, is dead in it. So what you're going to do is take, this is a teaspoon of flour, and then a teaspoon of purified water, and you're gonna put it in. It has to be purified because if it's not, it can have chlorine or other things in it that will kill your sourdough starter. And then you're just going to put it in this, mix it up, and then set it in a warm place with a top on it, like this, but not screwed. You're just gonna let the top so it can breathe. You don't want any buggies or anything flying into it, so make sure that it has a top on it. And that is it. That's going to be our day one. So I'm gonna get this mixed up, sat over there on my counter where it's warm, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day two of growing our sourdough starter. Now, mind you, last time it took me about 15 to 18 days to grow this thing, so it's gonna take you a while. It's okay, you have to trust the process, but I'm here with you, okay? I'm gonna teach you all the things that I learned, all the mistakes I made, and we're gonna do this together because it makes the best sourdough bread, sourdough waffles, which is what I really miss. Like, there's so many things that you can make with the discard, and sourdough is so healthy for your gut, and it's super important that we eat things that are good for our gut. So this is day one. I will see you tomorrow for day two. Hi guys, let's go on to day two of making our sourdough starter. So for day two, it's just much like day one. We are only doing one feeding a day until we hit about day 5. After day 5, we do 2 feedings a day. But for now, we are going to do a teaspoon of flour and then a teaspoon of filtered water. Let me get that. And then we just mix and leave it on the counter, let it do its thing. Don't mess with it, just make sure that it's very well incorporated. And then we are done with day 2. Okay, so last time I did, hi, welcome to day 3 of making sourdough starter. So last time I did this, I swear it was not this bubbly straight off the bat and not this like aromatic on day 3. But right now, you can definitely smell the yeast growing. So today we are going to do a teaspoon and a half because you have to account for all the sourdough that's in there. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon and a half of flour and then 1 filtered water teaspoon, and then we're gonna mix it up. So we just give her a really good mix. Dang, she's smelling real acid forward, but that's good because that means that she is growing. Ooh, just even putting that flour in there is making it smell more like sourdough instead of acid. So this is day 3. I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Hi guys, welcome to day 4 of sourdough starter. So my sourdough starter is very bubbly and percolating. So we're doing a teaspoon and a half of flour, and then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of water, the same. As the sourdough grows, however, you do want to start adding more flour. If not, it will become very acidy. So you have to feed it as much flour as it is in size. Give it a mix. The smell is a lot different today. It's not as acidy as it was yesterday, which is a good sign. But it still smells a little bit like, what is it called? Apple cider vinegar. See, and it's a nice pancake consistency, which is what you want it at. Okay, we are just gonna make sure all that flour is mixed in, and now that it is, it'll sit and ferment. All right, see you guys tomorrow for day 5. Hi guys, welcome to day 5 of making sourdough starter from scratch. Okay, so I have my thing right here. We are using 2 tablespoons of flour. As the sourdough starter begins to grow, because you're adding more flour, make sure that you add the equal amount of flour to sourdough, because if not, you're gonna have a really acidy sourdough, and that's why discard is so important. I'm not gonna discard yet because I'm not quite there, but discarding before it's fully finished you're gonna have to do. But once it's fully finished, you can use all that discard for so many recipes. And honestly, I use the discard more than I use the active sourdough starter, so that's just me. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of flour to 1 tablespoon of filtered water. And then we are gonna give her a mix. She's gonna give like a thicker pancake batter, and that is okay. For me, that's the consistency that works for me, but you, depending on where you live and how much moisture is in your air, you know, it could be different. So she is now all thick and mixed up, and we are just gonna let her sit. We're gonna let her chill, and we will see her tomorrow for day 6. So last time I did this, I did double feedings from day 6 to day 8, but this one is so much more active already that I am going to stick with single feedings right now and see where I'm at. But how you know your sourdough starter is ready to use is if it doubles in size 3 days in a row. That's how you know it's good and it's ready, and it doesn't smell like acid, it just smells like sourdough. So we are going to see where we are at tomorrow. Bye guys. Hi guys, welcome to day 6 of starting a sourdough starter from the beginning. Okay, you guys, so she has doubled in size. Now you only need 3 to 4 days of her doubling in size to be like, for her to be an established starter. With that being said, I'm gonna discard a little bit of her, and I hate doing this, but I have to, because, you know, that's just how it goes. You gotta discard a little bit. Normally you can use the discard for all kinds of recipes, but because she's not established yet, you don't want to use it because it's not ready yet, and it's bad bacteria, it's not good bacteria. So we're gonna discard her, and then we are going to feed her. But she is growing. I think this time is going so much faster, like I said, because it's during the summer. Last time I made her, it was during the winter, and I feel like the heat plays a factor in how quickly the yeast starts to grow. So I feel like she's gonna be done in 8 days, and last time it took me 14 to 15 days, so super exciting. Okay, now that she has been discarded, I discarded about half. We are gonna feed her again, and we are back to 1.5 tablespoons of flour, and also a tablespoon of filtered water. Make sure that it is filtered, you guys, because if you do tap water, some of the chlorine and stuff that's in tap water will kill her. So filtered. So we are going to do that. Okay, we got the filtered water. Give her a mix, and we will see you guys for day 7. Hi guys, welcome to day 7 of making my sourdough starter from the start. Last night, once again, it doubled in size, which means that we are only 2 more days away from being able to use it. This time it just went so much faster, so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of flour today, and then 1 tablespoon of water, and we're gonna mix it up, leave it right there so it's nice and warm and in the sun, and I will see you tomorrow for day 8. Hi guys, welcome to day 8 of making my sourdough starter from the start, and it has doubled in size yet again. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? But because there's so much more of it, we now need to feed it with more flour because she's a hungry girl. We are literally 1 day away from being able to use it for recipes. I am so excited. So let us get into this. So judging by this size, I say I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of flour to feed it and 2 tablespoons of water. For me, I have just found that using more flour than water has always seemed to keep my sourdough starters alive and healthy. It's just what I have found works for me. Do what works for you. But so this is day 8. We are going to mix her up and put her back in a warm spot, watch her grow, and I will see you tomorrow for day 9, our final day of making an established starter, and then we're gonna start making recipes with her. Hi guys, welcome to day 9 and our final day of our sourdough starter. Look how bubbly and active she is. She is now an active starter. Today's our last day of allowing her to rise one more time before we can start using her in recipes. I am so happy and so excited. Now keep in mind, every time that she grows in volume, you are gonna have to feed her more flour. The same way that when you grow as a child, the bigger you grow, the more you need to eat. Just always keep that in mind. I'm not sure if I covered that here, but she is very active, very alive, very happy, and now she is a very well fed. And I am so excited about it. I am so happy you guys joined along with me on this journey. There are some things that I did notice. The things that I definitely noticed were that it is so much easier to grow sourdough starter in the summer, because winter took me about 15 days, where in summer it only took me about 9. Now, once you have your established sourdough starter, I hear that they're super hard to kill, but I somehow killed mine last time. I left her in the fridge because when you're not feeding her, you got to keep her in the fridge so she doesn't die. I left her in the fridge far too long. You're supposed to feed her once a week, and I had forgotten, and she had grown mold. So don't do that. But once you have an established starter, you can make so many things. And if you guys want to see some discard recipes or sourdough starter recipes, let me know in the comments below, and I will totally make them for you, because I love to make stuff with this once I have it going, which is the whole reason I started it all over again. Even though it is a labor of love, it is a great labor of love. So I'm gonna mix her, put her back over there, and I'm gonna start using her tomorrow. But thank you so much for following along with my sourdough starter journey, and I hope that you guys learn from this. Sourdough starter can be super easy. Make sure to use filtered water though. Do not use tap water. The chemicals in tap water will kill your sourdough starter. Make sure that you used unbleached flour, because bleached flour will not create a sourdough starter. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I do knitting, cooking, and honestly whatever else I feel like videos. So a little bit of everything. So if you want to make sure that you're following along so you don't miss a thing, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!